No, I didn't say I am weeping. Just in general.
What do you mean? How
THSL
do you
2, 1.
how do you weep in general? Like it's not. It's like a. Yeah. Okay. It's got the
Well,
creator
yeah, I guess the
slots.
question is how do you weep specifically? Because you can weep in general.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
You guys stay in that, and I'll make my own, and we'll sing.
Okay.
Sweet.
Alright, so, game 3, HawaiianPig against Mizu. It's 1-1 on Heartbreak Ridge with Ellie, I guess. Man, it'd be great if Ellie was real.
It's just bounding through the map as a critter. That'd be really cool. Somebody needs to make
Yeah. Or as a commentator. Alright, 3, 2, 1, press OK.
There we go.
Fantastic. Alright, in we go. Game 3 on HawaiianPig's favorite map, I guess, for some reason.
Okay, Hawaiian
Maybe.
Pig is the yellow Terran on the left hand side.
Protoss.
Mizu is the white. Sorry. Does someone else want to do this?
An inauspicious start. We'll get that going
Yes. Mizu is the white Terran on the right hand side, and Hawaiian Pig is the yellow Protoss on the left hand side.
again. Alright.
So, what sort of cheese are you gonna do? What?
Well, I think I'm taking after Reckroll and, you know, Heartbreak Ridge. Maybe the Reckroll spot for a proxy. Who knows?
Well, the thing is that you're both very well aware of that spot for the proxy, in that
It's very
you were
true.
both
We
proxied
both are-
from there, and then neither of you scouted it.
And looks like there won't be any proxies in this game yet.
Yeah, no.
Both of you just sitting in the base, so we might get a standard game. I guess this is the best
If
of
it's
three
throw the
mentality.
marbles.
You know, you throw the cheese out in game 2. You know, you don't, and then game 3, you know, you go for the standard game because you want to play, you know, your best chance of winning, which is usually, for most players, going to be a standard game.
Absolutely.
And I guess Mizu once again going to go for his stupidly early gas build for some reason.
Well, what's interesting is, I don't know why he puts the supply depot right there, but does that not add time for his SCVs to go mine? Oh, doesn't it? Forces it on the opposite. Never mind.
Yeah, yeah. It's one of those things where I think Flash does it one hex to the left where Mizu puts it, because sometimes if your SCVs are returning to mine directly where the SCV pops out, it actually does pop out on the left.
Okay.
But if you put
Yeah,
it one
that's
hex to the left, then that usually doesn't happen because there's 2 spaces for the SCV to pop out in.
Mizu has changed his build. He's gone for the barracks before gas this time. Not
was
much
the barracks
before.
first?
Yeah, just
Yeah,
wow.
ever so
about
slightly.
the same time. 11 on. This is actually probably more standard, so I mean that's interesting. Mizu going back to a more standard style as opposed to his super early
Crazy Mizu
gas
stuff.
with one. He's still going. Okay, he's actually putting a second SCV on gas this time. So
Oh, okay, brilliant. And there's the third.
Oh no, there's 3. There we go.
wow. Alright, he's
So
Completely
Mizu is in
unprecedented
top
play
form
here.
now.
yeah, man, he's getting serious. And you've actually started your core, but no gas mining yet. Unfortunate.
Once again, that's my my trademark. His is 1 SCV. Mine is just never get gas.
It's been a while. There we go. Alright.
There we go.
You might have enough for a game when the core finishes, so that's good. And factory coming up for Mizu. I don't like this placement though. I think that when you put a an add-on on, it's going to block between the gas and the factory and mean that, you know, units. I think when you're having to like build a base, you want to try and make it space.
Prepare it for a long, so you can add more things and
Yeah, and just
and
like,
what
yeah,
have you.
try and have it so you can move between your buildings a little bit. If you just had, he's going to block with the add-on there, and anything coming out below here is going to have to walk around this factory, which is going to be a pain in the ass generally. But you have got the Zealot out again. There are only
He's on
2
his way.
Marines though, but it should be fine. The factory is almost done, so he'll be able to do his usual thing, which is to make a Vulture first. 2 gates coming up now. Which makes sense in this map. It's the kind of map. Actually, he's not going Vulture first, so this is completely new for Mizu. And it's actually could potentially hurt him a little bit. Only 2 Marines, not microing them at all. And
Not working at all is so against the way he normally plays. Are we sure this is Mizu?
this Zealot actually being
Get the
incredibly
SCVs?
cost efficient.
Yeah, there we go.
So it took SCVs off mining, killed a gas SCV with a gas canister in hand, and 2 Marines. So incredibly
Stole
cost
some gas
efficient.
off him. Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's gas that'll literally never be in this game. If this mine's out and he's like 8 gas short of a tank, you'd be like, fuck yeah.
That will be it. Yep.
Yeah, but 2 gates worth of goons. The goons running past the SCV. Obviously not considering the SCV a threat.
Panics.
So he's like, fuck, fuck, fuck. And it's kind of tough to hold 2 gate pressure here, but and if you can get there before he moves, because he's actually doing almost like a traditional FD right now. Unfortunately, he lost those 2 Marines, so it's actually going to be kind of a weaker FD, but if you can cut off an FD before it gets anywhere, and the mines can't get into positions where they can just kill all of your units, which, I mean, historically in this series, I would say that it's quite likely that mines will kill everything that you have, but let's just say, hypothetically, that didn't happen. Then, I mean, this sort of build can be really good against an FD.
So, I poked the bear, because I didn't know whether or not he was doing an FD, but I took quite a few hits on that.
Other goon is like, maybe he's not. Nope.
Maybe, yeah, nope. Maybe I'll do, yeah. Maybe I'll see for myself.
This
I
is
don't
bad.
trust that first goon.
When you lose early goons against an FD, it's really, really rough.
Oh, yeah.
Range is done, though, so, but the goon's just being goons.
They're just deciding not to attack at all, yeah.
Yeah, and another goon coming in the other way. Looks like he actually rallied to his base, I think. And this is bad. This is really bad.
Oh dear. 3 hits.
You should never, ever, ever rally goons to your opponent's base.
Yeah.
That's just, what the fuck?
He's going on an adventure. He wants to know what's going on.
What the fuck?
The first 2 goons. He wants to see what's going on.
What the fuck?
You see, getting all of the scouting done.
Oh, here we are.
What?
Okay, so he's mining.
You see, it looks terrible on the face of it, but at the same time, you know Mizu's expanded. He brought his whole army backwards. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like
that was actually my intention, was to make him pull his army back, but
and then Mizu brings the scout back from
better
the back
player,
door.
probably wouldn't have happened.
And yeah, it looks like he's gonna pull an SCV, and he's bringing a 2nd tank as well. Should be done soon. And a lot of vultures, and this is going to be really tough to deal with only 5 dragoons. Gonna really need to get, I think, on a ridge to kind of slow this down, but unfortunately it's just getting a free walk across the map, and that's a lot of mines, a lot of Marines.
I'm all prepped for
oh no.
Yeah.
It's one of the things we haven't actually seen Mizu do yet, where he's in a fight and deploying mines. Like generally he just sets up the minefield and then tries to fight around it. We haven't seen him too often just throw down the mines during combat.
This is like a series of unfortunate events. Oh Jesus!
Yep,
oh my God!
It off, and then yeah. Oh, here it comes.
All right. Unfortunately, siege is done.
And he's repairing the tank already. Oh, you're hitting the vultures with the splash, which is clever.
Oh, the goons! The goons! Just shoot goons!
Yeah.
Oh
Why are
no!
none of them shooting the tank?
Good lord. There it goes. Oh, thank God.
Jesus Christ. You're a goon micro, man.
I know, right?
But unfortunately, there are Marines, a bunker, and your natural is forfeit. And here come the probes. It's gonna be a fight, but there's mines. Oh God, there's mines.
Oh Lord.
There are mines and so many probes. This is recipe for disaster.
Yep. And the bunker gets up.
Yeah. Oh, didn't really realize the bunker gets up.
Yeah.
And he's repairing the bunker.
So the unfortunate thing about this is that even if you manage to defend this, I mean, Mizu has pretty reasonable SCV saturation this time. You know, he has a 2nd factory, and looks like everything is clicking for Mizu, and everything just went wrong. Like in that push, like literally everything went wrong.
Yeah.
And the worst part is there's
the wrong way. I threw goon after goon at him one at a time. Just
never. Can you never do that again, please? Like, don't rally a goon to your opponent's base, like ever.
That was like Sir Jolt said. That goon was to draw his army into his base because I wasn't ready for his attack in the front, so I was just going perfectly. And like literally to just pull the army back. But yeah, definitely not something I should be doing.
This mine really disturbs me. The mine in the natural. That's a scary mine.
Yeah, it's right in the worst possible place.
For people wondering why it's not going off, it only goes off with units which aren't probes or archons or units.
Yeah.
Anyway, but I mean, it's if a zealot like just wanders in there, That could be.
Oh,
that's a mineral line dead. Like a mine will literally kill every probe here.
I believe we have a video of you demonstrating that.
Yeah. Yeah, mines are pretty brutal.
Yep.
Mizu's in fantastic shape at the moment. He didn't kill the Nexus, but it doesn't even matter. He has 5 tanks, 3 factories producing. Gonna get turrets this time, so obviously gonna be prepared for any kind of Reaver shenanigans. Looks like you're gonna mine out the back here and try and take a third base fairly early on. And it's gonna.
Is it just that Mizu knows this map really well? Like he's very comfortable with where he's putting everything. He's got mines on the ridges,
and he's actually pushing out here, doing a bit of a cheesy 3-fact build. And this is going to be really tough to hold. You've only got about 8-9 Dragoons against the 5-6 tank army with Vulture support. And once again, not getting a position on the ridge, getting taken out of position. And without observers in this army as well, this is going to be really, really tough to hold. This tank siege up. Somewhere.
Oh, that's not looking pretty.
Yeah. Tank's unsieging, but...
That is unpleasant.
Oh yeah, the observer's on its way to its base. That's why, yep, it's turning around. There we go. It's behind the tanks.
Alrighty, so... to try and hold this off, we're going to need, I guess, a shuttle, or... Alright, just getting Zealots and leg speed, but legs won't be done even nearly in time. And
4 weeks.
Oh, the mine! Oh, the mine!
Go for it, go for
it!
Oh.
Alright, so...
There it is. Yeah!
My god.
Mizu.
That was fantastic.
Mines his own tanks.
Oh, yeah.
And the mine drag.
The entire push is neutered.
Neutered. Anyway, Mizu not giving up. Coming out with more tanks and vultures, and the interesting thing about this is that there's not that many goons, and you like just attacking.
Running just by that mine once in a while.
Like the thing is, like you feel.
I'm so glad that
looks like you feel like so confident after that mine.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the thing is, you just can't attack a Terran. Oh my god, what is the Terran doing? Why? Why? You need an army, HawaiianPig. You need an army.
Yeah.
not 3 Dragoons.
3/4 of the way done.
But anyway, okay, so it looks like you both have just calmed the fuck down, because, like, everything was wrong there. So basically, Mizu lost this entire army, right, to, like, a mine, and then he's like, fuck it. And he's just pushing out with 3 tanks.
See, we both started engaging
in mining in his natural.
Yeah, that's...
Yeah, they're just hanging out. Again, this is the strike.
Yeah. And Mizu, about to find out why 3 tank armies don't get done very often, unless it's like a 2-fac or something. Simply because when you have speed lots like this, they just don't do that much.
What about the mines though?
Those mines,
has some vultures and mines, but even if they kill a few zealots, it doesn't fucking matter. I mean, if you keep the goons alive in this situation, it's all for the better. And yeah, look, losing a couple of zealots there, but it's fine. And Mizu's gonna have to just back the fuck off right now. Looks like he is taking a command center in the top right. Gonna float that. Who knows actually. He could probably float it to the bottom right, being Mizu. And then start another command center.
He seems to know Harper Ridge quite well, so I doubt it this time.
On a peace mission.
And the third base is finishing up for HP. What I think is going to trick Mizu here is that when he floats his command center over and then sends SCVs to go mine there, they'll get stuck in the back and he won't notice. That's my guess anyway. Dropship coming up for Mizu again, and he's researching EMP, so going to go into vessels here. Preempting your Arbiter switch, which hasn't even started yet. And Vulture's coming in to harass the probes. Bit of a pain
I've been
in the ass.
behind about 10-20 supplies since the beginning. That very first shitty exchange.
Yeah.
Kind of still rippling down.
Yeah, when you lose that many sort of probes early on, it's really tough to come back because your economy is just so crippled. Although, yeah, I guess has finally kind of just caught up, almost. Oh no,
well,
he's still at 20 supply,
but it's still. Yeah. I mean, you can't be behind a Terran in supply like ever. It's no good for you.
Yeah, and Mizu has 6 tanks, and he's just going to go for a Vulture drop here, and this could be potentially devastating, because there's really no defense for this. The goons are horribly out of position in the front, and there's no real spotting for any drops. So,
well, the obs just catches the dropship and starts chasing it now. So
as I say,
it looks like he's not in bad shape at all.
Perhaps maybe out of intercept. I don't think so though. Unless Mizu pauses with the dropship.
Where do the goons go?
It's likely.
Nope, they missed.
Yep.
Unfortunate.
There should be enough units back in the base to kind of, you know, ward this drop off though.
Yeah, he brings the goons back home, or a goon and 2 zealots back home.
The observer and the dropship living in peace. I hear some goon shots. Oh, just some attempted vulture harass here. So both of you kind of stabilizing pretty well, and oh, the dropship's gonna die. Maybe.
No, apparently not.
Nope.
They're just on move command.
Alright.
Well,
oh my god, it's getting away.
Get it.
Oh my god.
Oh my word.
There it goes.
Are you serious?
Yep. And it's on its way into the main.
Oh.
You have a dragoon right there.
Yeah.
Oh my god. You ran.
It's okay, it's not gonna drop anytime soon, it seems. Oh, there it is.
Oh my god.
Yep.
HP. Why?
And now these vultures are just having their way, dropping mines wherever they feel.
Number of mines. Oh, he did mines.
Oh
on
god,
vultures
mines. Oh god, mines.
Those are some really scary mines. Those are some really scary mines.
How are there more vultures in? They're just coming through the main now?
What are you talking about?
Oh, those were
out of the
ones
dropship
from the drop.
And yeah, so basically, I mean,
And they're off.
I'd like to say that it didn't do that much damage, but I think it did so much more damage than it should have. That
just the mental damage, though, of missing that dropship and then letting it get in and drop mines and kill units. And
so Mizu's up on 7 factories now.
And he's just landing his 3rd command center as well.
8 factories, actually. Yeah, 8 factories, so it's going to be a big push coming out relatively soon. He hasn't started any other upgrades though, so it's just going to be
there's a science
+1
vessel coming out, which is a little confusing.
Yeah, because
expecting arbiters.
There's no arbiters even close yet.
I don't think he knows how ahead of me he is, because of the couple exchanges at the beginning. Probably feels that we're even, but
yeah, he is actually 30 supply ahead here, so gonna have to pull out a miracle here to defend this push because you have no real zealots with this army. It's just goons. And just goons doesn't really beat Terran. I've learnt that through some pretty...
Yeah, and through some trials and tribulations.
Yep, and...
The goons are looking to give the Terran army a slip, I think. Yep, there we go.
Yep, just being like,
he's
well,
just
fuck it.
EMP on the goons.
Being a little shitty Protoss player running around everywhere. Feeling more like a Zerg, actually. Going for backstab.
Yeah. And there's really no defenses here, but unfortunately these goons will die because now there's a big Terran army just bustling down.
Nowhere to leave, yeah.
Yeah.
You just have so much money. My word, both of you, in fact. Just minerals banked, 3,000 and then 1,200 gas.
Quite a few. Really, the hope with this army was just like, please don't push me. I'm gonna go run at your 3rd. But
unfortunately,
yeah, it's just delaying the inevitable. Because look at the size of that army.
Yeah. So yeah, finally getting more gateways up, but it's a little bit too little, too late, perhaps. There are 2 bugged out goons, not doing anything, and it looks like you're trying to build goons from a gateway which can't build goons out of. This is why you don't do this sort of gateway placement, because then if you just make goons on every gateway, then like half of them don't actually get built, which is unfortunate.
Actually, that sucks.
Yeah, they.
Oh, you have stasis in the way.
Block if they don't get out. That's
yeah,
right.
it just. I mean, you get refunded the money, but it doesn't.
Yeah, it's a waste of a lot of time.
Yeah. So yeah, there's like 12 goons and 5 zealots against a 150 supply blocked Terran army.
I think this is gonna go very well for me.
Mizu making like 8 depots at once because he's like, fuck.
Supply blocked. I've got $1 million. I'm gonna make depots.
Yep. If you can get enough zealots out here, like, I mean, this push, while it looks scary, can easily be miscontrolled. as we saw before with those mines. But he is taking the nice constricted route here. It's going to be really tough to assault this without arbiters because with the units all clumped like this.
Arbiter is just out now.
Yeah, but without stasis, I'm pretty sure you don't have energy, right?
Stasis is just finished.
Oh god.
No energy.
Hacking into this tiny little ridge.
Yeah, without arbiters trying to attack a Terran army in this position is pretty much like suicide.
Pretty much, it looks exactly like suicide. Look at all that goo. Ooh. Oh. That's perfect.
He's EMP'd so many times, my god. He's thorough.
He doesn't like shields. Shields are not a Mizu thing.
Yep. And the tank's unsieging on the warpath, and I'm not quite sure there's much you can do about this now. Especially with the vessels out. Now, if he didn't have detection, this would be a different story, but I think he does, so...
I think he learned his lesson from game 1, at least.
Well, peace talks did break down in game 1, and I don't think, lesson for all you Protoss players out there, if a Terran gives you a peace offering, you should take it.
So yeah, despite getting taken down in the first game, looks like Mizu's going to come back in this series and win it 2-1.
Yeah, fantastic work. I'm very impressed.
Yeah, congratulations to Mizu. At my expense.
Yeah. So, HawaiianPig.
My tribute to fantasy here.
Yeah, taking the top left expo, not giving up. Fair enough.
Exactly, never give up, never surrender.
Yeah, I mean, Mizu is mined out on his main. The natural's almost gone as well.
Well, this Arbiter here is just going to town on these tanks, and there's nothing to kill it, so the hope is that, hey, I can kill these tanks, and then...
And in come the Zealots, and it looks like they should be able to take out the majority of these tanks.
Another EMP, good.
There's the
and the D-Matrix.
Yeah.
Very nice.
And, actually, no, maybe. And the Zealot doesn't want to attack. But
don't worry, I got this. I got this. This Arbiter's going to take this tank out,
and
I've got my third back.
Alright.
No two ways about it.
So somehow Mizu loses his army. Unfortunately, there is another one. Which is a slight complication, but it's all good. It's all good.
A little bit.
With no energy to play with right now, it's kind of tough. And yeah, building exit blocked. Stop making goons, HawaiianPig. Alright.
I guess I have to come up with a new base layout, because that just doesn't work.
Well, I mean, it can, because you can just make Zealots from the inside gateways and then Goons from the outside ones, but, I mean, so, a lot of these units aren't going to appear. 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. 4 of the units you just built will not exist, which is an issue when you have, like, less than 4 units total. Oh, wait, no, you've got, like, 8. When you have, like, 8 units, 4 units matters. Like, that's...
yeah.
It's 50%, man.
In a, what is this, 174... supply Terran?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Haram actually mentioning that you didn't get the Arbiter energy first, so...
It's really what did me in. And again, this is my message to sales. Clearly,
so what you're trying to say is, it's Sale's fault.
Yeah, fuck Sale.
It really is. Thanks, Sale.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Giving bad advice. And the army attempting to come in, actually getting a stasis off, but there's no army left.
3 tanks.
That stasis is quite nice, though.
Oh, yeah.
Would have been nice if I had an army to follow it up with.
And there's the EMP.
That should be it.
Oh, it should be, but it should have been it before as well.
It should be, but, yeah. Again, I was rooting for fantasy in the last OSL, so...
Whoa! Oh, I've got a phone call.
That's the GG music, I believe.
Does Canty live in, like, an 80s cyberpunk movie?
Ah, there it is. GG.
Oh, you did well.
Alright, PHP.